We got a full boat of speakers. There's a lot of unions who came here to help out and support Local 279. We're very appreciative of all your unions coming out and giving us support today. But today is a celebration day. Today is a victory day. Today is when workers took a stand and they were able to protect their rights. So first, Kevin Mcpherson, President of Local 279.
All right. 23 days ago? 24 days ago, me and Jason stood in front of the body in the cafeteria in that building, and we presented to you what the company said was their last offer. It says the best they could offer, take it or leave it, take a vote, see how it goes. The unanimous vote was 47-0 against.
They gave us no choose.
Now, what they said was their best and final offer, we met in front of mediation and it got a little better, and we said that's not good enough. We met again and it got a little better, and we said that's not good enough. So through our actions, yesterday an offer was made. That was good enough. They thought they gave us something that perhaps we wouldn't take, but what they didn't realize is by our actions we fought off all the damaging language that they wanted to present. They tried to portray this whole strike as a wage strike, which we never brought up. They went right to what the only thing they could understand was money. They couldn't figure out why we were out here. They figured, well, you know, they're being greedy, they're begging for this, they're begging for that, and it never sunk into anybody how that could ever make sense. And I think our actions show that it was always about the language. The first offer we got that dropped all the damaging language we took to show that. It was never about wages, and they won't be able to say it was. So we'll walk back in there knowing that we defended the next 3 years of this union.
Yeah! First time in a union, and a lot of them had a lot of learning to do, and we really had to prove ourselves as a local that this is really beneficial to them. The actions that I've seen from these guys over the last 24 days has proven to me that, you know, we're all UE.
UE!
And I'm proud of all of them for what they've done. Amazed that they stood up. The younger guys, the lowest on the list, were the hardest to fight for seniority.
Wow.
And
Every day.
every day they were here. They stood behind their committee, and the committee stood behind them. And I couldn't have asked for a better committee to work with. That includes Peter and Omar, who were just phenomenal through all this.
Woo!
Yeah! Mostly Peter and a lot less Omar. Omar was there for some of it. The toll we put our families through, you know, it's all worth it now.
Sorry, honey.
My wife hates me. There you are. Love you, baby.
Me too.
But you know, everybody really pulled together. The donations, all the support we had was just amazing. There's no way we could thank you guys enough. Everybody standing here today, you know, you've given us 100%, and we really appreciate that.
Woo!
Yeah. Our supporters.
Fairpoint.
I'd like to invite up Linda from Fairpoint.
Fairpoint strikers.
We want to take a vote real quick. All the UE 279 guys. I make a motion that we donate, upon ratification of our contract, $1,000 to the cause that Fairpoint is fighting right now. All in favor?
No!
All opposed?
That's what I like to see.
The ayes have it.
Let's go, boys.
Brothers and sisters, I want to thank you for standing up with us, and I also want to thank you for standing up for yourselves. You did it one day longer, and I am just so proud to be standing here with you today.
Yeah!
I'm a 43-year. I know I look much younger. 43-year, still paying dues member of the IBW. And I have my other IBW brother here with me too, Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hey,
Hi, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
I'll just give you a brief rundown. We went into negotiations last April with Fairpoint. They came to the table with an offer demanded $700 million in concessions. We offered up $200 million of concessions. They said that's no good. So we kept negotiating. Our contract expired in August, but we didn't go out until October. In October, you know, they kept coming to the table with the same offer. We are not negotiating with the telephone company. We are negotiating with Wall Street.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Those hedge funds.
That's right. Ours is not an economic strike. Ours is a ULP strike. But we're very together, and this is not the first strike for a lot of us. 25 years ago, we were out for 106 days. Today's day, 58 for us. But we know what it means. And we're going to stay out one day longer, one day stronger. I want to tell you something. I learned a long time ago from a business agent out of 2222, Eddie Fitzpatrick, who said, we're union, we're proven, and we will hang tough. We're union, we're proven, hang tough. So thank you very much for everything, you guys, and I mean thank you for standing up against these bastards, because you know they'll take it, and they'll take,
You don't want
and
it.
they'll take. And if we don't stand up now, we're not going to have anything to stand up for in 10 years. So very proud of you. I'm so happy. I didn't know that there was going to be a resolution today. I thought for sure you guys were in for the long haul too, like we are.
We were ready.
And you know, we are in for the long haul. And I don't usually come out in the winter, so.
Sister from Fairpoint, so we're proud to have you as a member of Jobs with Justice. Jobs with Justice is about being there for somebody else's struggle, because you know that they're going to be there for yours. And I think the fact that you guys stuck it out, fought, and won. We're all fighting Wall Street, actually, sister, because they're the ones who are driving our economy into the ground. And until people like you and the rest of us stand up and fight back, things are going to get worse. But if we do stand up and fight back, we can create an economy that's going to get this country moving and going to benefit working people who produce the wealth in this country, and not the Wall Street hedge funds that are driving our companies into the ground and our country into the ground. So I think you guys are part of the beginning of the fight back of labor in this country. On December 4th, 160 cities, we saw fast food workers go out on strike, fighting for 15 and a union. On Black Friday, we were at 1,600 Walmarts, and you guys were there with us in Danvers and Chelmsford, supporting the workers who've gone on strike at Walmart. So this is about a rising up of working people in this country, and we're going to take the country back. Are you going to be with us, brothers?
Yeah!
The other thing to remember is 2015 is going to be a critical year. Not only is the Walmart workers and the fast food workers are going to continue their fight, but the GE contract is up. Verizon is up in August. N-Star is up, Exelon is up, so working people are going to be fighting back right here in Massachusetts in many, many ways, and we need to be there to support them, just like folks have been there to support you, and you guys were there to support the Walmart workers, and we're all going to be there until Fairpoint goes back with a contract. Thank you.
Just so people know, he's completely unprepared. Tony is one of the leaders of the young activists in the UE from the Northeast. His dad works here. His cousin, his uncle works here. This is a family business for the Italians. Tony's one of the strongest young activists.
Also our recording secretary.
And a recording secretary of the local.
So, first of all, I just wanted to say I'm proud of all of our younger members that, you know, stuck it out. Some of you guys, you know, you have kids, you're trying to build your own families, and, you know, realize that, you know, you're working for your future too. So, you know, the young activists has been great, and we're growing more and more every day. And the other night we had a conference call, and I'm proud to say that the Northeast had the best showing on it, and we had the the strongest participation at the recent convention too, out of all the young activists. So, so what we need to do is help the other regions get more of the young people involved, because
You are the future.
exactly. So it helps a lot, and we're going to be doing a lot of things coming up in 2015. At the we're doing a march in New York City for the nuclear
Nuclear disarmament march.
Nuclear disarmament march, and also we're going to be at the UE National Convention in Baltimore, and we're going to be organizing some movements there too. So we're only going to get stronger.
I'm really proud to be here today. I'm really happy to be here today. What you really have done here is provided an inspiration for us going forward. We have a contract coming up in June, and it just proves. I mean, the last institution left in this country that can tell the story about the working person is organized labor. We proved it. Right here, you proved it today that it still works.
Kicking ass for the working class.
That's right. It's all right to have a living wage job. It's all right to have health care. It doesn't work when you need 2 or 3 jobs, temp jobs that don't have any health care, no benefits, and that's no way to raise a family, right?
No.
So what you've done here is provide us with the motivation to move forward, and I want to thank you for that. And on behalf of Local 201, we had a contingent here, glad to be here, proud to be here, and want to work together moving forward to keep this story about the working class moving forward. Thank you.
Jeff Crosby.
Yeah. Hey, Russ. Hi, Jeff.
So I just want to say one other thing. I'm the head of a labor council. It's all a bunch of unions on the North Shore. Came out of Local 201. GE. I grew up with a bunch of Italians in Peabody. I think there's like 1,000 of them. So good to see all of you. You know, when you're a job like mine, you're forced to think a lot about national things. You look at the national map. We got 30 states being run by nuts. It's like those are the kind of things you got to be preoccupied a little bit. But what Kevin said reminded me of something else. And I want to thank you for reminding us all of that, and for hopefully all the non-union people out there who would like to live the way that we do if they understood it. And that's that, yeah, there's all these national trends, and some of them are bad, like Pete was talking about, those things we got to fight. But day in and day out, having a union is about going into work every day and knowing that there's some kind of system to the way things happen, to what job you're going to get, to whose turn it is to work on Saturday. If there's a grievance, there's a procedure, there's somewhere to go. All those things day in and day out that make life okay on the job, that bring some fairness to what you do 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 40, 50 hours a week. So I want to thank you all for standing for that, for the daily work conditions of every worker in the United States. Thank you.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name is Jim Carvalho. I'm political director with UFCW Local 1445. Some of our brothers and sisters from 1445 and the International here with you guys. I just want to come up here and thank you guys so much. Obviously what you did took a lot of courage, especially this time of year, and it's going to truly benefit you in the long run. But what you guys are doing here today helps not only our members in the long run, but every working man and woman in this country and this state in the long run. So thank you guys so much, and hopefully it sounds like you guys are going to be back in there soon. And thank you again.
We're getting there.
I just want to know, my girlfriend and I drove up 75 miles to be here with you guys today. No, maybe. I want to let you know that in America, in Massachusetts, we don't see too many labor strikes, and rarely do we see victories. You guys are motivating my union, because my people we're looking at this, 15,000 members are in my union. We're watching this. And if you guys pull off a victory, it's going to get around that it's okay to go on strike, and if we strike, we can win if we fight together. So thank you guys.
Came up from Connecticut.
Glad you talked.
Came up from
Get the
Hartford,
facts
Connecticut. Glad to be here. We're facing our own tough times now. We have a contract vote with Yankee Gas Services on Wednesday, and it's going to be a close vote. We were out 20 years ago.
We spent 13 weeks on the line. The company went. We voted down a contract. They just went and implemented it. So it ended up being a lockout. We fought it. We were out from October till mid-January, and we came back. We got more than we were fighting for. We brought them to their knees. Nice.
Yeah. I want to. There's a guy here who a lot of us who are around here have been mentored by, but he won't say anything. He won't come to speak, but he ought to be recognized. Signed his first UE card in 1937. Brother Joe Geranio. Everybody for coming out and supporting UE Local 279. I mean, I'm on the verge of, I'm getting on the cusp towards when you start thinking about what you're going to do with the rest of your life after you've been doing this for 30 years. We're getting there. Some of us are getting there. We're seeing a generational shift in our union, as I know a lot of people are here in their union are starting to see a generational shift. I got to tell you, these guys taught those of us who are a little bit long in the tooth a lot of stuff about new social media and about new technologies and about the way we can utilize to communicate with each other and hold a group of people strong. These guys have done an amazing job. Here's how it goes. I'm driving home. I live in New Bedford. I go on 128. Takes me about 3 hours depending upon traffic. The other day, I went from here back to home. I have, you know, on your iPhone, when you get a text message, it goes, woo, like this. Yeah. I felt like I was at Monaco going down 128. My phone was going, woo, 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 woo. I got home. I had received 151 text messages in 3 hours. These guys, this is the way they roll. This is the way they talk to each other on a regular basis. It's what they do in the shop. It's how these guys have been able to meld a unity and to be able to keep the communication and transparency going. This is a very unique local. It's a kind of local that we used to have a lot of in the labor movement. I think it's coming back. I think the newest generation is bringing it back, and I, for one, and thank God for it. Yeah!
A man who does not need this introduction, Brother Kingsley.
Director of Organization. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters, let me bring you greetings from our national union and from UE and from thousands of UE members who live and work and struggle for justice all across these United States, from California to Connecticut to right here in the great state of Massachusetts. I do want to add the thanks of our national organization to all of you, whether you're UE locals from the region or locals from other unions or important union formations like Jobs with Justice, for lending your support to this crucial struggle here in Ipswich, Massachusetts.